Good morning, traders. This is Michael coming to you from GammaEdge on September 1st. Welcome to the first of the month. We're going to be doing our pre-market strategy session. We'll be covering a market structure. We'll be looking at the tick. And then we'll also be doing an overview of our P-Trans to PGEX trading plan and portfolio that we're executing with real money following our trading strategy that we have outlaid here at GammaEdge with our backtesting. And now we are into real world testing and we'll be moving forward. So we'll go over those results really quick at the end of this strategy session.
Unlock your potential with a comprehensive suite of investing tools and expert education with GammaEdge. Start your free 14-day trial today.
So let's go ahead and jump right into it with the PM settled. Here we have the SPX PM settled. All expiries turned on. Quick notice, we are in positive gamma condition, which means in the money and out of the money call dominated. Again, systematically going through these charts, you should quickly be drawn to the transition, which is very narrow, non-ambiguous heading in today with a trading plan. P-Trans and N-Trans very tight. Yellow is the spot price closing at the end of the day yesterday. Again, 4,500. We spoke about yesterday was going to be important heading into the end of the day on the 0DT, and then obviously moving forward we saw that flip to a call dominated area on the shorter term. Significant amount of net delta there, significant amount of liquidity below spot price to provide us demand levels on any weakness. We look up here at 45.50, moving up towards that level within the money now the money call dominated. We see a slight negative delta come in there at 45.60 with maybe a little blip in the road, slow down and stalling into there, but we continue to see targeting up and out above spot price, which is a bullish thesis, again in the money and out of the money call dominated. 4,600 continues to grow, which be a target overhead as we head into the month of September if tick and the market structure stays constructive. 0DT, we've outlined the negative delta nodes here. Obviously you can recognize the positive delta nodes. Again, very narrow transition as we head into expiry for today. If this thesis, very well defined, staying above 4,500 would give us positive flows. These in the money calls below us will be supportive. Again, on any weakness down these levels, we'd be looking to get involved in the market as long as tick stays constructive. We noticed the levels and negative delta nodes coming in here at 45.50, which also matches some other expiries and charts that we're looking at. Again, pushing above 45.65 and 45.70 most likely be difficult today. As you can see, these are in the money puts above us. So again, absent any targeting, which we encourage everybody to watch the vol D and vol U command throughout the day to see if there is targeting above these levels. That would be an indication that we would move higher than 45.65 to 45.70, but most likely will not occur today. So our thesis would be move up to 45.25 if we're above that, possible 45.50, and then some slow stalling and grinding type action, and most likely not moving above 45.65. Downside, we see some negative deltas here, but definitely supportive action. These in the money calls below us, so really 45.75 on the downside, and then 45.60 would really be a low move down that we do not anticipate. But anything below that would probably be out of the ordinary of what we're looking at within the overall market structure. +1 DT, obviously heading into a long weekend, and this will be heading into Tuesday. Transition widens out a little bit. 45.25 to 45.95, obviously getting above and staying above P-Trans is always our goal if we're going to move up to the upside, and again seeing these negative net deltas either evaporate or mechanically get closed and filled in with calls, continued call speculation to the upside. We are positive gamma condition, which means in the money now the money call dominated, still bullish thesis and bullish stance. Again, 45.50, significant amount of net delta sitting there. So confluence between the 0DT, +1 DT, and then also we're looking at the all expiries pushing up to that 45.50, 45.65, 45.70 would be a cap on price action that would be anticipated. And then to the downside, again, those same larger net delta gamma levels at 45.80, 45.85 and 45.90, which is just the bottom of the transition. Being inside the transition and just chopping around is also another if this then this thesis possibility, as we have larger delta nodes above us and larger delta nodes below us. So really being stuck between these two levels maybe a possibility heading into Monday and maybe into next week. Here is the combo complex. All expiries turned on. Very nice narrow transition here. Again, spot price above. Again, Constructive staying above. 48 billion net delta, significant net delta there. We are in the money, out of the money, call dominated, but as we've been discussing, we still have these in the money puts above us. Again, not a complete runway all the way up to 4,600, which continues to grow. So constructively, if you're a bull, you would like to see these continue to close and fill in with green net deltas, which would give you the bullish plan and thesis and case to move up towards the 4,600, which continues to grow. Significant amount of liquidity below us. Not really seeing any weakness in this structure below spot price or even below transition, even if transition spreads out a little bit. Again, all the way down to 44.75, and then 45.50 was that area that we oscillated around for roughly a week or so, and then moved up above to the 4,500. So any pullback into this area, as long as tick stays constructive, as long as we see in the money and out of the money call dominated continue market environment, and then we would look to get involved in the market on any pullback or any weakness. Just overall consolidation and pullback would be constructive. Here's the landscape view plus GEX. Again, 4,600 continues to grow, 4,500, and then we still have 5,000 out here. So we'll continue to watch these call speculators above us to see if those continue to be targeted. You can use the vol.u command to look for September expiry. Also use our web app. You can click those expiries on and off to get an overall view of the landscape and market structure. But again, minus GEX is 4,300 down here. Possibility would be that it would move up here closer to 4,400 if price advances up this way to 4,600. But again, conducive market structure of price staying above 4,500 and call speculation still alive and well, so moving back to the upside. Not without consolidation or slight pullbacks within this overall market environment, which would also be constructive. We'll go ahead and look at the P-Trans to PGEX portfolio, and then we'll look at the tick real quick before we finish up. Here is July and August. These are liquidity stocks only. Again, EdgeRater ran these. Paul ran these through EdgeRater this morning. All trades. We had 20 trades. This was the back test, and then I'll show you the mechanical forward test that we are running with real money that we are executing. So we had 17 winners, 3 losers on the back test. You can see the win percent, average profit loss. You see the ending equity of the $100,000 account and the net profit 2.6%. On the flip side, SPX in August was down 1.8%, I believe was the final ending number. I'll have to double check that. So nice overall gains in the portfolio versus what we were seeing in the SPX. Again, this is back testing through EdgeRater, so we'll go ahead and move on to the forward testing. Here's the forward testing results that I just ran last night and posted. I had 21 trades. When I started this mechanically, I actually added some ETFs in. Those will be excluded moving forward. We'll only be using the 21 liquidity stocks. Mechanically, I executed 19 winners, 2 losers. I posted all of my exits from my brokerage entries and exits from my brokerage account, so everybody could keep me in check and keep me accountable for executing this strategy. Trade length 16.38 days was our average. Winners were 13.38 days, and obviously losers were 45. And here's our profit loss, and our total account was up 3.8%. So definitely matching what we're seeing in the overall back testing, which is great. That's basically what I wanted to do. Match or outperform either one. Obviously, this is computer generated, and this is actually person generated, human generated. So there may be some mistakes in there, which I did have one. I added to a position which we were already in Adobe. It turned out to be in my favor. So again, mechanical execution will be important on the human side. Basically, what we want to do is just set up a strategy for new traders that have maybe never even traded before. This is an easy way to get your feet wet in trading, understand entries and exits, understand market movement, and then also we'll move into position size. We're in the first phase of the portfolio now, which was just executing with one share size. We'll be moving on to 4.1 percent position size of the account after this quarter, and we'll make sure everybody understands that, and maybe we'll even do a educational video to help everybody get up to speed on that. Here is since the beginning of the year, January through August, 109 trades here. Obviously you can see the percent gain, which is fantastic, obviously 20% net profit, and then our projected annual rate of return is 32%, so don't get caught up in that too much though. Everybody likes to move to that. Basically it's just the average profit and loss. You have 77% winners, 22% losers. So this is definitely a profitable strategy. Back tested and then now forward testing. Just keep in mind we're only 21 trades in, so obviously small sample size, but we are matching the computer back testing, which is great, and actually outperforming just a little bit. So we'll move on to the tick. Sideways consolidation yesterday. Slight negative slope, moving under the moving averages, but new highs still outpacing new lows. Filter tick really was not any significantly below zero line, and cumulative tick basically was flat. So we'd like to see this consolidation. Again, would like to see on the tick US this move above the cyan line to turn the US into total positive slope and start moving towards a red above cyan ribbon flip. ARCX was a little more constructive than the US yesterday, obviously living above the colored ribbon. This gives us positive slopes back to the upside for the red and cyan, and then we want to move towards a red above cyan total market model flip, which would be the long side for long-term investments. Again, to stay constructive, the CT needs to start living or continue to be living above the colored ribbon, and then our tag combos are listed in the morning call PDF. Make sure you understand those and look for the forward-looking returns. And if this begins to turn off, which means move below the short-term moving averages, then become a little more cautious in the overall tick structure. But the market structure is still very conducive of moving up. So, all right, hopefully that helps everybody. Everybody have a great Friday. Enjoy your long weekend. We'll be back here on Tuesday with the morning strategy sessions. We'll have open mic on Sunday. Make sure you join us for that long weekend, and everybody enjoy and get rested up. So make it a great Friday, and we'll see you in the Discord in just a few minutes. Thanks.